It all began with a tweet, loud, unexpected, and sharp. Elon Musk, known for his blunt words, posted on X that Trump's proposed Big Beautiful Bill was not just bad policy but a disaster for America. He called it a betrayal of the people and said it would only benefit a few billionaires. It wasn't just criticism, it was war. Trump, enjoying high poll numbers and preparing for his return to power, didn't take the insult quietly. Within hours, he fired back on Truth Social, calling Musk a crazy rocket guy who should focus on his cars instead of his ego. The media exploded. Two of the most powerful figures in the country were no longer allies. They were rivals. What made this so shocking was their past. Just a year ago, Musk had praised Trump's business style and even helped draft tech-friendly proposals. Now their alliance was in ashes. The internet took sides. Twitter, now X, was on fire. Musk didn't stop with policy. He dropped a bomb, accusing Trump of being linked to the mysterious and criminal world of Jeffrey Epstein. He asked publicly, "Why is Trump's name not in the Epstein files? What is he hiding?" The internet went silent for a moment, and then exploded. Trump's team was furious. "This is a filthy lie," one advisor shouted on Fox News. Trump himself called Musk unstable, dishonest, and desperate for attention. He warned that there would be consequences for such slander. He also hinted that Musk's companies were too dependent on federal contracts. The fight was no longer political, it was personal. Musk had touched a nerve that many feared to touch. And Trump, known for never backing down, prepared to strike harder than ever. Trump used his power like a hammer. "Let's review those Tesla contracts," he said at a rally, smiling but with steel in his voice. Behind the scenes, his advisors contacted the Department of Energy and Defense to look into Tesla, SpaceX, and Starlink deals. It wasn't just talk, it was action. Elon Musk responded with confidence, at least in public. He tweeted, "I build rockets, not lies." But inside Tesla's boardroom, executives were worried. The stock price started to slide. Investors began asking questions. Could one man's tweets cost billions? As pressure mounted, Musk tried to keep calm. He appeared on a podcast and said, "This is not personal. I'm just asking questions the media won't." But the media was now everywhere. Cameras followed him. Reporters waited outside his office. And Trump's legal team was preparing documents. Tesla's stock crashed, down 14% in just 2 days. Elon Musk lost nearly $20 billion in personal wealth. Markets reacted with panic. Some wondered, had Musk gone too far this time? Financial analysts were shocked by the speed of the collapse. Meanwhile, Trump celebrated. At a campaign event, he said, "No one is above America, not even the richest man in the world." His followers cheered wildly. He used the moment to rally support, painting Musk as a symbol of elite arrogance. But not everyone agreed. Bill Ackman, a respected investor, warned Trump to calm down. "This feud is hurting America," he said. Many Americans began to feel uneasy. The fight was no longer fun, it was dangerous. Two giants were shaking the system, and ordinary people were caught in the middle. Amid the chaos, someone unexpected spoke up. Elon Musk, Elon's father. In an interview, he said, "This is not about politics. It's about two gorillas fighting for the jungle. Trump is a silverback, and Elon is the young lion." His strange analogy went viral. Errol also said Elon might be making a mistake by attacking Trump. "He's poking the wrong bear," he said, shaking his head. Meanwhile, Trump's eldest son, Donald Jr., joined the fight on social media, mocking Elon for losing billions. "Guess money can't buy common sense," he tweeted. The feud had become a family affair. The drama stretched beyond politics and business. It was now emotional, generational, and global. People from Australia to Africa were talking about it, and everyone wanted to know who would win. Inside the White House, advisors were nervous. "This is bad for the economy," one official said privately. Biden's administration, surprisingly, stayed silent. They knew that adding fuel could start a bigger fire. In the shadows, quiet efforts began to cool things down. According to sources, a private call between Trump and Musk was being arranged. Trusted allies like Bill Ackman and Peter Thiel were pushing both men to talk. "You don't destroy the future over tweets," Thiel reportedly said. But would they listen? Musk hinted in a tweet that a call was possible. "I'm open to discussion if it's based on truth," he said. Trump, in his usual style, posted, Let's see if the Rocket Man can handle real talk. The world waited. Would this turn into peace or more war? The media had a field day. Every major network, from CNN to Fox News, covered the feud nonstop. Analysts compared it to past power struggles. Jobs versus Gates. Bezos versus Washington Post. But this was bigger. It was tech versus government. Wealth versus politics. Late-night comedians joked about it. One skit showed Trump launching a rocket at Mars labeled Tesla. Another had Musk opening a fast food restaurant called Truth Fries. The jokes made people laugh, but the real situation was no joke. News polls showed that Americans were divided. Some supported Trump's tough stance. Others believed Musk was asking fair questions. Meanwhile, investors were getting nervous. America's top innovators and leaders were now fighting like enemies on live TV. In Washington, politicians joined the storm. Republican hardliners backed Trump. Musk betrayed our leader, said one senator. But a few younger conservatives quietly admired Musk's courage. He's holding Trump accountable, they whispered. Democrats didn't want to get too involved, but some couldn't resist. Trump has always had shadows around Epstein. One congresswoman said on MSNBC. Her words reignited the mystery of the sealed Epstein files, making the story even hotter. Musk, facing pressure from all sides, tweeted, "The truth doesn't care about party lines." It was a bold statement. But boldness wasn't enough now. He had stepped into a world where power plays were deadly and secrets were buried deep. Finally, the call happened. A secure line was used. For 45 minutes, Trump and Musk spoke, calmly at first, then louder, then calm again. No one knows all the words. But sources said they agreed on one thing. America can't afford this war. After the call, Musk tweeted, "Sometimes lions and tigers must share the forest." Trump posted, "Business is business, but truth matters more. Let's keep talking." It wasn't love, but it was peace, for now. Markets reacted instantly. Tesla stock jumped 5%. Trump's approval rating went up. The media called it the Great Ceasefire. But others warned it could still explode again. Peace between giants is fragile. In the end, this clash became more than a fight. It became a lesson in power, pride, and ego. Both men wanted to lead in their own way, one with rockets and innovation, the other with rallies and raw force. But they had to learn the cost of war. Musk went back to building satellites. Trump returned to building his campaign. But their paths will cross again on screens, in speeches, and maybe one day in court. For now, the battle is over. But the rivalry may never truly end. And as Americans watched, they learned something too. When power meets pride, it can shake the world. But when reason returns, even giants can sit down and talk. That's the real power and maybe the real hope.